Hi, this is a video on how to get started with Quill. We will be using this website, www.quill.org, during Language Arts 8 this year. And if you check your school Gmail email account, I will have sent you a username and a login ID and password so you can access that Quill site. So you're going to have to go to quill.org. I will put that up on Google Classroom. You're going to click the sign up button. We'll go through this in just a minute. You're going to sign up as a student. And then you're going to fill in the boxes right here. Don't click sign up with Google. You're going to fill in this information right here. And this is where you're going to need your username and password that I email to you. Okay. So let's click over to the actual Quill site, and I'll show you what that should look like. So I have a sample account here I'm going to log in with. So again, I'm not clicking login with Google. I am typing in my username and my password. So you're going to have your first name, a period, your last name, at, and then 2 nonsense words with a hyphen in between. And then your password is your last name capitalized. So mine, as an example, would be capital H, small a, small l, small l. And you're going to log in. And you are going to see whatever class you have for me at school or on Google Classroom. So this is my sample account, sample class. And here on Quill, you will see boxes of individual things to do. So the first thing that I've assigned you is this first trimester diagnostic. There's one thing there. It tells you the due date. Due dates are always the first thing in the morning. So it's going to be due at 8:20 a.m. on October 1st. And let's run through that real quick. The diagnostic, just click start. And Quill has all of the information you need on each page. It'll tell you how many questions. You might have a little bar up here that tells you how many questions to go. And what you need to do. So just click begin. So we know there's 25 questions. It'll give you a blank to fill in. It might give you words to choose. It might ask you to combine a sentence. But every question will give you directions. It's important that you read those directions. So here we arrived blank, school before the bell rang. You need to fill that box with one of these yellow words. So we arrived on, in, at, or to school. At looks good. And then you fill the blank. Now with the diagnostic, it's not going to tell you if it's right or wrong. So you just go through and you complete until you're done. Okay, it'll give you a notification when you're finished. But I'm going to pause this and go back to the dashboard page. Okay, we're back at the dashboard page. You're going to click on your class. So let's say I finished this diagnostic. It'll tell you to resume if you're not done, or if it's complete, that green button will go away, or it'll be under completed activities, which I don't have done. So the first assignment is a set. Now when I assign Quill sets, there are 3 activities per set. So the flag ones are proofreading activities. The target ones are sentence combiners. And the puzzle piece are grammar activities. So usually it's a mix, but there are always 3 activities per set. And I'll explain how those are graded in just a minute. So let's look at snow day. We're going to start this activity here. And it gives you some information on what you need to do for that particular activity. And click next. Now up here, this tells me there are 3 things that I have to do. 3 edits to make. So this story has 3 introductory words. However, they do not have a comma placed after them. To make changes, click on a word and add a comma to the end of it. So introductory words would be like meanwhile, or but, or because, or still, or however, and that sort of thing. So I know there's 3 of those words. And just for quick purposes, I'm going to just click after however, type in a comma. That will boldface and tell you there's 2 more to do. Meanwhile, just like that. Now, just to show you, the other one should be still, but I'm going to put the comma in a place where it's incorrect so you can see what it does. So I made 3 choices. I know these 2 are right. That third one is wrong. but then you're going to click Get Feedback. And it says I got 2 of the 3, which I know. So it's going to give you some hints on how to fix that. So click Review. Tells you the first one is correct. Gives you some explanations. Meanwhile is correct. Some explanations. And then it tells you that the one I made was incorrect and that it should be after still. Okay? So you can click Save and Exit. This is your dashboard again. Click your sample class. And it's telling me to resume. So to get a score, I'm going to have to go back and fix that up. So there's 3 to make. Should go after however. Meanwhile, still. Get feedback. I found all 3. Review. We went through all those. And then I'm done. So activity is complete. Now, your goal for these sets for each activity is to get a green banner or a green flag. If it is red, or it is orange, or it is gray means you're still working on it, those are considered to be incomplete. So I will score those only when they're complete at that due date. Now, if it's incomplete, let's say it's red, meaning you still have to fix it, at that due date, October 6th, you're only going to get partial credit. You're not going to get the full credit. Let's check this one here for one more activity. This tells you to combine sentences. You may add or remove words. There's often more than one correct answer. And this is big with Quill. You have to use correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. If you mess up your spelling, if you add extra spaces, or you use incorrect punctuation, it will mark it wrong. You're going to have to go back and be precise, fix it up. So, these are present perfect tense words. You're going to put have or has, and then an ending on that action word. So, for example, I have been sick. I have shopped before. So, your example here, I take the test already. I have taken the test already. You added have or had, and you put an en ending on that word take. So, let's start this one up. So your sentences here, monk parakeets are from Argentina, but trade blank them around the world. And it tells you what to do. You're going to fill that blank with has or have, and then your yellow word with an ending, en or ed. And it needs to be typed correctly. So monk parakeets are from Argentina, but trade has carrion, or has carried, or have carrion, or have carried are your choices. But trade, let's say has carried. Drop the Y, add IED. Period. Make sure you get that period or it'll kick it back to you. Click Get Your Feedback. If it's green, you're good. You move on. So here's a couple more, and these are possible answers also. So I have 2 of 5 left to do. So monk parakeets blank in U.S. cities since the 1960s. Again, you're adding has or have, and an en or ed ending. Let's try that. Good. Let me mess one up here on purpose. Most of them blank in southern cities. The correct answer should be most of them have settled in southern cities. I'm going to mess this up on purpose. I'm going to spell it wrong and add the wrong has or have there. I'm not going to put a period either. So I have the wrong word there. I spelled that word wrong, and there's no period. Let's see what it says. It kicks back orange. It's going to make me fix that up. So I'm going to change that word. I'm going to add a period, but I'm still going to leave that misspelled to see what happens. It's still wrong. Show the action happened at an unknown time. So I'm going to fix that up, get my feedback, and that's correct. Let's finish this one out. Okay, that's good. One more. Alright, so 5 of 5. So I've completed the lesson, and it says I'm proficient here, and I had the one question that was wrong, so it's going to kick back an orange because I had one little mess up there. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and I have 2 green, so I can proceed. Now, if one of these was orange, I'd have to go back and replay. You can redo these as many times as you need to until that due date. The last one is a grammar. Practice commas with yes and no. Start that real quick. And again, you're going to follow the instructions, use the examples, type your sentence into the box, use correct spelling, capitalization, punctuation. So I have 4 questions. Here's your sentence, and you're either going to add yes or no with a comma after it. So we adopted a kitten yesterday. Yes. We adopted a kitten yesterday. Period. Good. Move on. Yes, I will drive you home. Period. These are easier than normal. I just set to really easy ones for the example video here. Yes, I saw Sally last night. Period. And I can't eat any more pizza. No, I can't eat any more pizza. Take it away. No more pizza. Next. Okay, back to your dashboard. So, for my Quill set 1, I have all 3 activities green. I can count that as done. So I can mark that as finished on Google Classroom. And again, if you have red or orange, you need to redo those as many times as you want by clicking replay up until the due dates. I will check those at the due date. So that's how we do Quill.